So you might already seen that LeBron James has been wearing his Ambassador 13 in the recent games, and you might also see that Damian Lillard played some games since his Dame 5 instead of his latest model Dame 7. The example can go on and on, such as Paul George been wearing his first signature shoes last season in the bubble, and not to mention the entire Kobe and Kyrie series has been wearing all the time. People may just wondering, oh, they're not wearing these new shoes because they suck, they're not comfortable. Or they say the brand may be really messed up and got the athletes super upset. Well, this video gonna explain why all these athletes are not recently wearing their latest signature shoes. Hey, what's up guys, this is Andy, back in my little man cave with all my shoes in the back. Before we go any further, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. That really helps my channel growth. Thank you so much. With that being said, let's go. So we're in the era that is full of good basketball shoes, you know, from Nike, Adidas, Puma, Under Armour, or even some Chinese brands. People are really having a hard time choosing a good pair of basketball shoes. You know, they go online watching all these performance reviews. Now, I'm not saying those performance reviews are not working, but the topics are basically the same. You know, cushion, traction, upper materials, fit, and all the other stuff. At the same time, it's still kind of a little vague to most of people because they don't have the first person experience. They cannot go in store to try them on, especially during the pandemic. And not to mention, all these shoe brands are never slowing down making new shoes. So the more shoes are out there, the more confusing people may be because, you know, they get too many options that drive people nuts. Especially for social media, once there's a new shoe came out, all these social media's ads and posts and all these accounts, verified accounts, were promoting the new models and never mention about new models. So a lot of people may, okay, I have this model in hand, I have a new old generation or other lines, they might already outdated because they're not new. But the truth is, all these old models and sideline shoes or team shoes, they're not stopped working all of a sudden as soon as the new model dropped. If they works, they works. If they perform, they will still perform. It doesn't change anything on the old models just because the newer model came out. Sure, there might be some aspect that might attract you, right? Cooler color box, new designs, or even better price point or things like that. But most of the time, they're just marketing. You know, they're not like actual performance changer that change the entire thing, if that makes sense. Let's just say you get a brand new sealed iPhone 10, all right? While some other people out there are still using iPhone 11 or iPhone 12, you're technically still using a new phone. Your iPhone 10 will not stop working all of a sudden once iPhone 11 or iPhone 12 came out. They're still iPhones. Or let's just say you get a 2014 Tesla Model S, something like that, and you already know that Tesla already refreshes Tesla Model S. Compared to that model, yes, 2014 may not be the best model out there, but it's still a beautiful car and the high-tech EV. Just compared to the newer model, they're not as good. Or let's just say you just get a girlfriend and no, babe, it's not like that. Babe, I can explain. Unless you're using your stuff as a status symbol, something like I'm rich, yeah, I don't care, I got money. When you playing, let's say just back to the shoes. When you play basketball, 95% of the time, you're focusing on the game, how you make the next play, how you shoot the ball, other than just staring at somebody's feet all the time. It will be more embarrassing if the one with the shoe that you all staring at keeps scoring on you and you still cannot take your eye out of it. Man, you're trapped. Now, what about those athletes with signature shoes like LeBron James or Damian Lillard? It's the same situation. If a model works for them, they have the freedom to choose whatever they want and whenever they want to wear them. Remember, all these shoes have their athletes' names on it, and they're designed for the athletes. There are absolutely no bad choices for the athlete to choose whatever they want. Seriously, if I'm LeBron James, I got like 30 plus models to choose from, and I'm probably gonna spend a day try to, decide which pair I'm gonna wear for the next game. Now, recently, it happens to be the Ambassador 13 that kind of works for them. It's light, it's thin, it's low top. There's no pressure wearing that. And at the same time, he's not like stopped completely stopped wearing LeBron 18. He's still wearing for the first half and wearing another model for the second half. I think that's natural for them because he got too much choices. Now, I may know what you're thinking. You might think back in 2017, 2018, the LeBron 15 has some serious stability issue to the point that they have to modify the model in the middle of the season while all the general release has already on shelf. They add the outriggers to the shoes, to the LeBron PE shoes. I personally had a pair back then, so I had the first-hand experience on the LeBron 15 stability issue, and I just remember during one game, my whole shoe and foot just want to tip over like multiple times, and my foot just kind of sliding in there, which is also true to size, so I have to return that shoe maybe after 2 games or so. But for LeBron 18, as I try on one of my right shoes I have, yes, I have 2 right shoes instead of 1 pair. You can check out the video. I took apart one of them. It doesn't have the tendency to tip over, even though it doesn't have an outrigger. Compared to LeBron 15, it actually works way better. It's not as bad as you think. And at the same time, let's don't forget the fact that LeBron actually wore LeBron 18 last season in the bubble during entire playoff run. From playoffs to the finals, winning the championship, he been wearing LeBron 18 all the time. If the model really that bad, he don't have to hurry up and debut the 18th generation last season during the playoffs. They can just wait and do some modifications, maybe pull out later this year, maybe, right now or a month later, things like that. They can just modify the model. They can do, he's a partner of Nike. What are you talking about? So what's the takeaway here? If you find a good pair of shoes, good models that you happen to love, that you happen to have a lot of life to go, don't be fooled by these new models and all the campaigns that they put out. Just wear your shoe. Of course, if you had the money to buy all the new models, feel free to do so, because I'm not trying to suggest how you spend your money. But when you play basketball, comfortable and well-fitted shoes are always more important than good-looking and fashionable shoes. That's just a fact. And at the same time, to be honest, if you're really good at playing basketball or other stuff, it doesn't really matter what shoes you wear. You're just good. If you're good, you're just good. So the next time we see this athletes wearing some other models like sideline team shoes or old model per se, don't be surprised. They're just supported by the brand. They got way more choices than average consumers like we do. We don't understand. We're just buying them. I'm sure LeBron don't pay $200 for his model. And that's it for today. Hope you again learned something from this video. Make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe my channel for more content. That really helps the channel growth. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.